Hello, eavesdroppers, and welcome back to another pop culture tarot reading. On today's episode, we are looking at Chrisean Rock and Blueface back together again. Another reunion of what looks like a pretty toxic, dysfunctional relationship. But let's get into these cards. I want to say that based on the cards that I pulled here, Chrisean and Jonathan, aka Blueface, they share a similar wound. And this is what keeps connecting the two of them. It's a mother wound. I have the connecting energy between the two of them, and I get the mother-daughter relationship. Now, obviously, Chrisean and her mother have had their issues. They've been on full display. Her mother has had addiction issues over the course of her life when she was younger, up until, I believe, a few years ago. But she's overcome that, and, thank God for that. But the damage has still been done. I feel like Chrisean feels very unprotected. I feel like she's always felt very unprotected, which is why she's so volatile. She's showing up in my cards as someone who has a really wild side. She loves recreational sex. She loves reckless behavior based on these cards. Everything I say is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I forgot to say that. Yeah, and she actually loves when people... And not consciously, this is a subconscious trauma response. She responds to people who mistreat her. And she sees Jonathan, aka Blueface, as someone who has caused her a lot of stress, but that actually makes her more compelled to come towards him because of the toxicity and dysfunction that she grew up in. These two both have the same wound. They both have the same desire for each other based on the same wound. Blueface is someone who deals with a lot of mental health issues that no one knows about, allegedly. These are things that you would never see just looking at him. These are things that he keeps to himself. And I feel like he, on some strange level, he feels like she brings some peace to his life, although it's very toxic and dysfunctional and volatile. They both are seeking healing in each other because it's a competition for both of them to be able to get the version of them that they want, get the version of the other that they want. So in Chrisean's mind, she feels like if she keeps coming back and she's able to get a healthier version of Jonathan, Blueface, or if he keeps coming back to her and he's able to get a healthy version of her, they both will feel like they have satisfied something. So this is the goal. This is why this is such a challenge for them. This is why this is so exciting for them. They love chasing each other. They love the toxicity. So the connecting energy is that they both feel like there are limited dating options. They feel like other people, turn them off. They get easily turned off or frustrated when they deal with other people. So they consider just dealing with each other just as a comfort zone. They lose interest in other people. There's a lot going on for them emotionally. I feel like Blueface's mother is beside herself. The connecting energy shows me the Queen of Swords. That's Blueface's mother. She's giving him so much advice. But what she doesn't realize is that a lot of his issues with Chrisean and other women stem from his relationship with her. And we know that has been on full display as well over the years. They watch each other incessantly when they don't deal with each other. They watch each other like hawks. When they say they're not dealing with each other, they keep tabs on each other because they can't get enough. And Blueface's mother, again, she's beside herself because she's like, I cannot believe that you are dealing with this girl yet again. She called him Captain Saberho. She telling him he's addicted to the love and attention that this woman gives to him. He's thirsty. He's being a simp. She's telling him that he is falling for the okie doke yet again. And she's also pointing out here some struggles with his own sexuality as well, allegedly. I don't know what she's privy to, but there's something here that she's privy to or she may be suspicious of. Now I'm going to go back to Blueface. His energy shows me someone with very deep mommy wounds. He targets women. He goes after women, even though that's not his preference, allegedly. I do not believe that he's truly attracted to women. I believe that he's very nervous and anxious about people finding out whom he really is attracted to, what he really is attracted to, which is the same gender based on these cards, allegedly. I strongly feel that it could be a wound. that stems from his mother expressing things early in life about the LGBTQ plus community. Could be that. But his promiscuity is very rooted in his issues with his mother. And this is why he makes babies like he does. This is why he's so irresponsible when it comes to procreating. You know, at this point, we know that Chrisean most likely is not the baby that Chrisean saying is his baby is not his baby. I don't believe that that baby is his baby. I don't believe he believes that baby is his baby, and I don't believe she believes it either. But she's definitely someone in his mind because of the way that she has neglected her own child, allegedly. He sees his own mother in her. And this is just how the human psyche works. It doesn't make logical sense, but this is why he's so compelled to keep going back to her. He also could be down and out right now. I don't know if he's bipolar. I don't know if I can't diagnose anybody, but I don't know if he's dealing with a downward spiral of some kind of mental health crisis. And this is maybe when he goes back to her. And then when he comes back to his senses, gets back on his medication, for instance, he leaves her because he comes back to his senses. There's a lot of physical attraction between the two of them that can't be denied. He's not denying it. She's not denying it. They like each other like that. They feel attracted to each other. But he sees her as a jealous, insecure, mean-spirited woman. Cold, unforgiving, harsh, self-absorbed, vengeful, cruel, and selfish. He sees her as the queen of mean. He feels like she's truly a mean girl. He feels like she's violent. He feels like she's neglectful as a mother. He does not respect her as a person. He does not respect her as a mother, but he still has an attraction to her. When it comes to Chrisean is also crazy about him when it comes to the physical attraction. She thinks he's the finest thing she's ever seen. No matter who she dates, she comes back to him. Always. Chrisean could be about to do something drastic with her hair, like dye it blonde, or she could be doing something drastic like cutting it short. I don't know if she's ever done something like that before. I can't recall. But it feels like she's about to do something really drastic, or maybe just highlights in her hair. She's about to do something to make a bold statement. Okay, it could even be getting hair shaved. She's going to do something. And I also feel like she's struggling with her mental health as well. But the thing about Chrisean is she doesn't internalize it as much as she externalizes it with violence, which is why boxing is actually a good way for her to channel that negative energy. But she's a person who's a lock wire. And unfortunately, these two are feeding each other's demons, and this is why they can't leave each other alone. Okay, so it feels to me like they're in a bit of a tailspin right now. Both of them they're like Bobby and Whitney, you know, on their worst days. There's a trauma bond. And she feels like no matter who he dates, no matter who he has children with, no matter who she dates, she feels like they're going to always come back together because she really looks at him like he's a star. She also feels like she's a star. She sees them in her mind as some kind of weird dysfunctional power couple. It's the strangest thing ever, but that's how she views the relationship with him. She actually is very inspired by him because she's gullible. She is a Pisces, and we've talked about Pisces on this channel before. No disrespect to any Pisces out there, but one of the shadow aspects of Pisces Neptunian energy, the moon energy, is actually delusions, illusions, being an idealist. So I want to say I don't see anything good coming out of this, not at all. I do believe that they will go through another cycle of falling out, and I believe they'll go through another cycle of getting back together, and this will continue until, unfortunately, one of them truly gets hurt. And this could be emotionally, this could be physically. I feel like Blueface has a fear of leaving her alone. I want to pull some cards on what I'm feeling about the fear, because he has a fear about leaving her alone. He feels like he cannot tell her no. He feels like she won't take no for an answer. He feels like, almost like he's being bullied by her. And I'm going to pull some cards really quickly to see what that's about. So when it comes to him not wanting to tell her no out of fear, what is that about, Spirit? It's her family, it's her connections to people and in politics. He's also showing me something that he knows about the past. Now, I'm not going to make any speculations here, but it has been assumed, presumed, and asserted that Chrisean may have had something to do, allegedly, with Ronnie Doe's unaliving. And not only him, but there have been other instances where people are saying she's an agent, she's an informant, she's a fed, and she was pretty much put into the music industry to target him in some kind of way. And he feels like she has a lot of connections, and he's afraid of that based on something she's done in the past. Yeah, someone in the judicial system, Libra energy. And he's also saying that she's done some kind of work on him. He feels bewitched. He feels charmed. He feels spellbound by her. He feels controlled by her magic, disarmed, love bombed, seduced, and enchanted by her. Wow. He also feels like at one point when he got with her, he thought it could be some kind of success for him, a mechanism for him to make money. He saw her as someone that he could make money off of, a meal ticket. And that backfired on him because it's karma. Okay, he's saying that there are layers to this. And he also feels sorry for her because of her upbringing. So he kind of takes her back in when he feels like she's very down and out or she's feeling rejected. Okay. So he's telling me here that there are things that are unresolved. Again, he feels like she's connected to powerful people. And he feels like there could be something that could happen to him. He could suffer the same fate as other people before him. So he's very afraid. He's also showing me magic again. Yeah, and inconsistency. So he strongly feels like their narratives are intertwined. They're linked. They will forever be connected. He knows that. Also, he can't stop talking to her. When she reaches out, he feels bad. He doesn't want to ignore. And because of that, he responds. He talks to her. He tries to keep things in check. He's showing up as the King of Swords. He is an Aquarius, and it says, no, this is an Aquarius card. He wants to be very logical, very head over heart. And on some level, he does keep it more above ground than her. He is more logical than her, but there's a fear that he has. He feels like this is the means to an end. I don't know what it is that he's aware of, but there's something about him being very afraid to deviate from whatever she wants because he feels like there will be a consequence and it could be dire. All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode.